probably 6 or 7 times.
David was a passenger in the car of a young man who had been drinking, and he was seen going almost 100 miles an hour. He hit a median and then rolled several times and ejecting my son David. So David died instantly.
I just felt agony and disbelief, honestly. That was the last time I saw David. I couldn't take it. I mean, somebody that you know for a long time and you have to find out that you're the cause of their death, just...
I was just deeply hurt. To lose a brother is, it's hard to describe the emotions that you go through. And
I felt sad for Dan, his whole family, and all the pain we're gonna feel from here on out. It's just not fair.
We were part of this court system, and there was multiple other cases happening before and after ours, and we were just kind of shuffled in and shuffled out.
We saw no remorse at all in this young man, Dylan, from what we could see.
They all just looked disgusted that I was coming through, and I don't know, it was hard to look at the family in general. Just knowing what I did to them and knowing how much they hated me at that time, I was very scared through most of it.
It was 6 or 8 months of just not knowing, and anger's building up, and we start making stories of our own that Dylan's out partying and maybe he's drinking and driving again.
We really didn't get much accomplished. I wasn't able to speak with the family.
It didn't seem fair, and it didn't seem right, and it made me angry, and it made a lot of us have a lot of hate for the whole situation, and Dylan, because we didn't get to see him.
We felt like we were re-victimized all over again.
I knew that what we were dealing with was an emotionally impactful situation. I started pushing with the district attorney's office to try and get restorative justice as part of the components in this from the very beginning.
The Restorative Mediation Project is basically a collaborative of people who are coming together to promote awareness and use of restorative mediation in the resolution of personal injury and medical error claims.
The objective on restorative mediation is, of course, to get the parties together to understand the process, what has happened, the feelings that have been going on, so that they can heal whatever hurt is there, because there's hurt on both sides.
Restorative mediation can work in car accident cases, it can work in medical error cases, it can work in cases where someone falls on someone else's property. Basically in any case where there's been someone who's done something wrong, a careless or negligent act, and they need to repair the harms that they've caused. We wouldn't use this process where there's some dispute about what happened.
When restorative mediation is used, it hastens the process itself, or the procedure. If you've got litigation, for example, it's going to be done quicker.
It's about helping people heal as completely and as fully as possible so that they can get on with their lives.
We have some ground rules. One is that we listen to each other respectfully. No profanity. I want you to speak only when it's your turn. To listen is more than just getting ready to speak. So when it's time for you to speak.
Our pain is just huge, and we're here today so that you could see our pain.
But there's another part of me that wants to see you do good in the world and learn from this and not ever let it happen again.
David was an amazing person, and
I was very stern and very angry at this young man. And this young man started to speak up and explain to us that he had lost every single one of his friends because of what happened to David.
I had wanted to apologize since I did it, but I wasn't able to speak with them. And once I had the opportunity to apologize, tell them how sorry I was and that I never meant to kill their son, that I would give anything to take that back that night. It was so good to just look them in the eye and tell them that I was sorry.
And I started really crying hard, and Dylan got his Kleenex out and handed it to me, and it was just It was just really great from there on out.
On that day, the day of the restorative mediation, I forgave him there, and I never thought going into it that at the end of the day I was going to be forgiving him and embracing him, hugging him, you know.
And right then and there, like, I stopped hating him. I actually started loving him as a person.
Being able to get a forgiveness, that was the last thing I would have hoped for, and it happened.
I would hate to even imagine, you know, where I'd be physically and mentally if we hadn't gone through this restorative mediation. It was just like we were reborn.
The impact of the restorative mediation in this particular situation actually exceeded my expectations. And it was just amazing to watch.
It's really nothing mystical or magical. It's actually looking at another and saying, what happened?
To the extent that we can improve that system by putting some vehicles in it, like restorative mediation, that cut down on the cost, make it quicker, more efficient, I think it's a great thing.
This is just amazing. There is no anger left. I mean, the pain will never go away from my son. I love him and I cry every day. I have forgiven Dylan.